Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I have for you a BH Cosmetics palette. This is Beautiful in Barcelona. This is part of my 15 palettes in 30 days challenge for myself. So I'm going to be playing with this today. So if that sounds interesting to you, why don't we go ahead and get started? Alright, so this is the outer sleeve, So it just shows what the inside looks like, and it says Beautiful in Barcelona. On the back it says, invoke the sleek ambiance of the Mediterranean with our Beautiful in Barcelona 16 shadow palette. This chic mix of velvety smooth mattes and glistening shimmers and warm neutrals and deep smoky hues offers rich color payoff and seamless blendability for dazzling day to night effects that conjure the coastal city's effortless sophistication. Sounds very nice. Okay, and that's on the back of the palette as well. And this is what the palette looks like. It's very reflective right here. So, but it says Beautiful in Barcelona. It's gold right here, and this is like a mosaic tiles kind of look. Very pretty. So the inside of the palette, it does have a mirror. Which I will now bend back. So here is what the palette looks like. It's more of a deeper palette, so normally I'd probably play with this particular palette more in the fall, but I don't know, the colors were just calling to me today. I've really been wanting to play with this palette for a while, so I chose to play with this one today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom y'all in, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I've got you all zoomed in. I have already primed my eyelids with my Ulta Matte Eye Primer. Let's see if that'll focus. Ulta Matte Eye Primer in the shade Nude. That I always use. I love this. Covers up discoloration, and it's worked with pretty much every shadow I've ever tried it with. So let's go ahead and get started on this palette. We'll probably be dealing with a deeper look. Let's maybe do some swatches. Okay, I am back. I have swatched out the palette for you, so here we go. This is what the palette looks like right here. Tried to get it where you guys could see everything, hopefully. Don't want to wash it out too much. It's got a lot of, like I said, really deep, rich tones in here. It's got a lot of really pretty blues as well. But I feel like I've recently done a few blue looks. I'm trying to get different angles so you guys can see the different textures and whatnot, because like this one right here, it's kind of got a black blue base, but it's got a lot of glitter to it. So I don't know, I can't tell. It's almost, I don't think it's overspray. I think it has glitter all throughout. So yeah, it's really pretty. But I think what I'll do is I'll play with the neutral tones and maybe pull in like that burgundy color right there is really pretty. I might pull that in. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get started. There's not really a need for this, but since I have it in the palette, I'll go ahead and use this bone color to set my lid right here. It's called La Rambla. For that, I'm going to use this Jessup Luxe All Over Shader, number 222. This is part of, and I'll probably be using mostly exclusively these brushes. This is part of that Jessup makeup brush set that I've been testing, that I tested in my BoxyCharm video, and I'm continuing to test them. So we'll dip into this. I'm going to take off this sticker. Alright, so I'm going to dip in, like I said, to La Rambla and set my eyelids. It's kind of got kind of a pink undertone, so that might be good for the shades that I'm wanting to try out. Oh wow, that's very pigmented. Very nice. That'll be nice. That'll cover up where I was not too happy with my eyebrows. And it kind of brightens up the lid a little bit too. So this would be a good shade to just put down and then do like a winged liner and some lashes and like a beautiful red lip or something. Go classic. Because it really brightens up the eyes. Okay, there we go. So we got that all blended out on there. We're going to go in next with, I guess I'll start building from the outside. So we'll go in with Dolce. We'll do Dolce, and I'm going to do that in the crease and probably on the outer corner. For that, I'm going to use a Jessup number 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. This is kind of, it's fluffy, but it's kind of flat. Reminds me a little bit of the E25 from Sigma, which I don't think that I have, or I would show you to compare it. Alright, so I'm dipping into Dolce. There's not a whole lot of kick up. I'm really liking the way these are performing so far. Oh wow, that's really, really pigmented and blending out beautifully. So far all the brushes I've been using so far have been soft. I'll let you know if they're scratchy. I did clean them since I've used them. I used like a, pardon me, like a quick cleaner brush cleaner. So I don't know, maybe that helped to make a difference. Maybe there's a conditioner in there or something. So there we go, that's what we're looking like, and I'm going to continue on with the other eye and be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I have that shade Dolce blended all through the crease and on my outer corners. That is a nice, rich, deep shade. I mean, this could be just a one and done color blended all over the eye. Kind of shear it out up into the crease, and I think it would look beautiful. Let's see, next up I'm going to go into Stone right here so we can make it a little bit more cool tone. And I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to add that a little bit into the crease. Yeah, I like that. Hopefully that'll blend nicely with the burgundy wine shade that I have here. That's a pigmented shade, doesn't take much at all. Blending beautifully. Okay, there we go. So that is Stone blended through the crease and on the outer corners. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to dip into Spain. This gorgeous like wine burgundy color right here. And I'm going to, same thing, outer corner and blend it into the crease using the same brush I've been using. I really like this. It's giving me a good amount of control. And it's blending these shadows beautifully. It's nice and soft. So I really like it. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they have, if you can buy them individually. Because I wouldn't mind having a few of these. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to get a clean fluffy brush. And I'm going to dip into La Rambla right here, and I'm going to kind of blend out around those corners and help kind of tone this down a little bit, because wow, oh wow, did that wine shade get out of control quickly. It is beautiful, but very, very pigmented. I think I underestimated the pigmentation. So let's soften this up. And there you go, just like that. Easy peasy. That really helped blend it out. Helped really diffuse it. Very nice. Okay, see the difference? So that is like not blended looking at all. And now that's all nice and diffused. I really like it a lot better. So, yep, I'm going to continue to blend and I'll be back. Alright, so see, there we go. I was able to blend out both eyes, I think, really well, and really diffuse that color. Ooh, it was really pigmented, but using that shade La Rambla was really helpful in toning it down and really blending it out and diffusing those edges. So there we go. I think now all that's left is to pick a shade or two to put on the lid. I kind of want to do a little bit of Fiesta, this really dark purple on the outer corner, and then take Enchanting on the inner corner. So we're going to do that. I'm going to, out of this set, this Jessup set, I'm going to grab a Luxe Smoky Shader number 234. And so far all of these have been super soft. I've been super pleased with them. So dipping into Fiesta right here. Ooh, that is dark. Tapping it off, I'm also kind of dabbing it into a paper towel a little bit. Wowzers, I'm probably going to want to wet this to be able to, yeah, let me do that. Let me fill my water bottle. There you are. See, that is really dark. It doesn't have a lot of sparkle to it, at least not yet. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to see a little bit. Alrighty, so let's dip into Enchanting. I'm going to use the same brush, just the other side. And I'm going to spray my brush. So Enchanting again is this real pretty pink right here. To kind of brighten up the look a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go, that's doing the trick. And I'm going to bring it into that dark purple a little bit. And it'll do a nice blend of that way. And kind of, like I said, brighten up the eye look. That's very pretty. Now I just need to make sure I can, like I said, fix my blender down here. Hopefully I don't have to take off my concealer and reapply. I might have to. Alright, there we go. Very vampy looking. But again, this is a very deep color story, so there's not much more you can do than that. So let me go off camera and see what I can do to fix up to fix where I had this fallout, and then we can work on the lower lash line and the inner corner. Okay, I am back. There was no way to just cover it with concealer. I tried, it looked like I was just trying to cover a bruise. It was terrible, so I had to literally wipe off under my eyes and kind of retouch the concealer. It's still not 100% perfect, so I guess I would suggest with those shades, maybe with the palette in general, or at least with those dark blues, not blues, I'm sorry, the dark purples. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably recommend doing your eyes first, because I have a feeling the blues are probably going to be the same way with a lot of fallout. And that's not something that sometimes you can just dust away, unfortunately, which was the case here. So, but anywho, that's okay. So I've wiped that off, put concealer on. I haven't set my concealer. I'll probably have to, you know, set my concealer, redo my highlighter a little bit, kind of touch all that up once I'm done with the under eyes and stuff. So I figured I'd come back on camera and we can finish up the under eyes, and then I'll go off camera, finish touching up the face, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and kind of like I normally do, I'm just going to go backwards from the shades I use. So we're going to start with Spain first on the lower lash line. I'm going to try to get this really close in on the lower lash line. I don't want it to be too heavy, smoky down here. It's already so heavy up here. So, okay, I've got this Jessup 226 smudger brush right here. That's what I'm going to use to dip in ever so slightly. Make sure to just stay as close as I can to the lash line. This eye look turned very purple. I wasn't expecting it to be as purple as it is. I expected more berry, but that shade Fiesta really packs a punch, I guess, especially mixed with Spain. Alright, so there you go. That's Spain blended. Or not really blended, but just added to my lower lash line. So next up I'm going to go into Stone right here and kind of blend that into it. I'm just looking to see if maybe I want to use a pencil brush instead to blend. It's still pretty dark. I think I'm just going to stick with this smudger just so I have a little bit more control. So dipping into Stone and just kind of buffing it ever so slightly into the other shade, Spain. Okay, there we go. I think that's actually good for the lower lash line. I don't want it more intense or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. For the inner corner, I've got a little something right there in the inner corner of my eye. Get that out first. But for the inner corner of the eyelid, thinking we're gonna go with this shade Getaway right here. That's what it looks like. It's kind of a pretty champagne color. So, well, yeah, you can see that. Hopefully that'll go okay with the look. We shall see. I'm definitely going to wet this. I'm using a Jessup 237 detail shader brush right here. So I'm going to just dip into Getaway, and then spray the brush for sure. Then if this isn't light enough, I'll just add some of La Rambla, which has been my saving grace in this palette. But I think this is good. Yeah, it's kind of a pinky, champagne color, which I think looks really good with the, oops, I just hit my nose. I think it looks really good with the mauves, purples, wines, all of that's in here. So that's good. I'm bringing it down just a little bit down here just to kind of brighten up the under eye, kind of wrapping it a little bit here to kind of brighten up. That area as well. There we go. Kind of blend it into that. So there, that's what we're looking like there. I think that's pretty. I think that really helped brighten up the inner corner. So we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, there we go. So that's what that looks like. That added on the inner corner. I think it really helped brighten things up a little bit. I feel like I need to line my upper lash line with something dark. Maybe just with Spain. I'll just line my upper lash line. So I just feel like it's so such a vampy look. So this is a Jessup 317 wing liner. I'm not planning on doing a wing. I just like the shape of the brush. So I'm going to dip into Spain and then just, like I said, kind of line my upper lash line. Just kind of stamping it. A little bit of fallout. Don't think it'll dust away because I didn't set my concealer. So I'll just kind of use my concealer brush to go back over it. I might have to add some more concealer. We shall see. but I think that the eye look itself has come together really nicely. It's very vampy, very deep, but I mean with this color story, that's kind of what I expected, was a vampy, deep look. There's only a few mid-tone shades, the rest are pretty deep. So there's light shades and then a few mid-tones. And then a lot of deep. So yeah, I kind of expected that, but I like that. I don't mind that at all. This would be great for a night out. I would wear this like anywhere, honestly, but it is definitely very, very vampy. So, alright, I'm going to pop off camera and do my lashes. Yeah, do my lashes. I'll pick out a lip. I think that's it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So off camera, I applied this ColourPop BFF cream gel liner in the shade Joyride. It's kind of like a wine color, so I thought that would match that shade Spain that I liked so much. So I think that helps kind of bring it together. Hopefully you can see that in the waterline there. I added that. And then I added Maybelline Lash Sensational in black to both my upper and my lower lashes. And then I applied my false lashes for my adhesive. I again used the Kiss Lash Glue Liner, and I'm really loving this. It works great. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it now. I'm starting to kind of get my lines straight and whatnot, so I'm excited about that. The lashes are by Lash Scoop. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. It's very holographic and very reflective, so it's kind of hard to see. But Lash Scoop, and the style is Tease. And this is a a bi-monthly, I think, subscription that I get, where you get like 5 pairs of lashes for, I think it's $11.95 or something like that. And I've got information down in the description box if you're interested in checking it out, but I think it's a really good deal to get 5. And they say you can rewear these multiple times. So 5 pairs for like $12 or whatever it is. I think it's a really good value. So anyways, so that's what the false lashes are. And then for my lips, I did the L'Oreal Age Perfect Anti-Feathering Lip Liner in the shade Nude Pink right here. And then the lipstick is the L'Oreal Age Perfect, I don't know what it's called, it just says Age Perfect shade 102 Bright Mocha. That's what the shade looks like right there. So that is all I did while I was off camera. I had already touched up, I did set my concealer, finished touching up my concealer, and I did set that also. I feel like I still even have some fallout that's a little bit farther down that I didn't catch, but whatever. Alright, so this palette I think is an absolutely gorgeous palette. I used what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of this, I think. 6 or 7 shades I've used so far, so I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on how they perform. I think they perform beautifully. They are really pigmented. And they do have fallout. So since this is such a dark color story, I would recommend maybe doing your eyes first before you do your face, because you're more than likely going to have fallout, just like I did, because I was really careful, tapped off my brush real good, and all of the, you know, sprayed my brush, whatever else, but I still had tons and tons of fallout from multiple shades. So I would say definitely do your eyes first and you'll be good to go, because then you can just wipe away all that fall off and then do your complexion. But I think this is a beautiful color story. You know, I do look forward to playing with it again, probably more towards the fall, just because the shades are so dark. But I did want to, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, I did want to do this palette today because, like I think I mentioned at the beginning, BH Cosmetics is having a huge sale, and most of their travel series collection, or their whole travel series, is on sale. So this would fall under that category. There's a lot of other ones that I've hauled that would fall under that category too, and I think that the quality on the travel series palettes are really good. I got also, I've got a lot of the eye palettes, but I also got the face palettes, and they're on sale as well, so I recommend those as well too. They're beautiful. So there you go. Just a heads up there, because I think it's like $8.50 right now, and normally it's like $18. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, I would highly recommend checking out this palette if you're interested, at BH's website. I'm not sure, it's not on sale at Ulta, I know that. None of BH's palettes are on sale at Ulta that I saw right now. So there you go. That's what I think. I really do like the palette. I do recommend it based on first impressions and the fact that I used over half the palette probably, or about half the palette. Pretty close. And I'm pretty familiar with the formula across the board from the travel series palettes. So I have no problem recommending this. Just like I said, do your eyes first. Do yourself a favor and do your eyes first, and then, you know, clean up all your fallout and then do your foundation. So yeah, that's otherwise I think it's a fantastic palette. Beautiful color story. Beautiful packaging. I'm loving BH, so they're starting to quickly become one of my favorite brands again. So there you go. So with all that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell so that you'll be notified of all of my future content. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by June, so please help me out and ring that notification bell. I mean, not subscribe and then ring that notification bell. That would really help me out. Also, if you did like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you didn't, then obviously a thumbs down. That lets me know what you do and don't like. What else? I think that's it. I think that covered everything. So thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you are staying safe and staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!